Welcome to Just a Minute on Eastern Sierra Now. I'm Lynn Greer. Here's how it works. Every candidate gets the same 10 questions and exactly 1 minute to answer each. When the clock hits 0, we move on. It's fast, it's fair, and it's all about giving you a clear picture of the people asking for your vote. Make sure you subscribe to Eastern Sierra Now on YouTube and follow us on all platforms to stay informed on everything happening in our community. Let's get into it. Our guest today is Taylor, candidate for Inyo County Superior Court Judge with a professional background rooted in local courtroom experience and regular courtroom appearances. She brings a practical, hands-on understanding of how the court system serves the community. She is running on a platform of being fair, dedicated, and independent. Welcome, Taylor.
Thank you very much, Lynn.
Are you ready to get into this?
I am.
Okay.
I want to thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Let's go. The first question is, why did you choose to run for judge at this point in your career?
Every week, I stand in court advocating for people, businesses, families, and children. I see firsthand how much these cases impact people's lives. I've become increasingly concerned by a system that appears stalled by inefficiencies. More often than not, cases are dragging on for years. And I have seen how the delays impact people emotionally and financially. People's lives are on hold. I decided that I had to do more, that I needed to take action to try to improve the system and to help people more. You know, I've been practicing for 30 years, and I have learned how to listen and to hear people, to evaluate evidence and weigh decisions carefully.
5 seconds.
And how to treat people fairly. I decided to run for judge to help people and to ensure that the system works more effectively for the people of our community.
What experiences in your legal career have best prepared you to serve as judge in Inyo County?
My work involves active, hands-on courtroom experience. I'm researching the law, writing legal briefs, evaluating evidence, and applying the law every day. I handle numerous cases in different areas of the law, from the beginning of the case to the end of the case. And that matters because it means that I not only understand the law, but I understand how a case actually moves through the system and how people are affected throughout the entire process. My practice is legally diverse. I am not limited to one office or one area of the law, just as a rural judge is not limited to one area of the law. I've also spent years in court representing our community. I've stood by our neighbors on some of the most difficult days of their lives, and I have pulled them through incredibly difficult circumstances. My experience combines deep legal knowledge with a human-centered approach.
What do you see as the unique needs or challenges of the Inyo County court system?
Inyo County Court is a very busy court. We serve a diverse community. The county's size, geography, rural location, and the court caseload creates additional challenges. People often travel a long distance. They have to take time off work, arrange childcare just to appear in court. This means our court must be conscientious and mindful of efficiency, communication, and respecting people's time. As a rural community, we have limited resources, but we should not have limited work ethic. We must maximize our resources, including maximizing the use of our judges and the 2 courthouses. Both courthouses, Independence and Bishop, should be used almost daily. Both judges should be working daily, both in criminal and in civil matters. That would allow cases to be heard more efficiently and would improve judicial knowledge. Cases should not be dragged on for years. If we're using both courthouses and both judges, we should be able to get through a caseload much more quickly.
Thank you. How can a judge best serve a rural and geographically large community like ours?
By always being prepared, knowing the law, and being dedicated to the people that you're serving, and having a tremendous work ethic. A judge in a rural community has to understand the realities that the people face, the distance, limited resources, and access challenges. That means coming to work prepared and making decisions that promote a final resolution managing an efficient courtroom and ensuring that people are heard the first time they appear and not coming back over and over and over again. It's about balancing efficiency with genuine attention to the law and the facts in each case.
What does fairness in the courtroom mean to you in practice?
Fairness to me means that every person who walks into the courtroom is treated with respect and dignity. Every person's case must be decided based on the law and the facts applied to the law, nothing else. Fairness also means being consistent, being prepared, and making decisions that are grounded in the law, the facts, and the evidence, and understanding how the decisions affect people's lives.
What qualities make someone an effective judge beyond legal knowledge?
Well, legal knowledge is essential, but you're right, it's not enough on its own. An effective judge must have courage to make difficult decisions, hold people accountable, yet have compassion. A strong judge must have integrity, patience, and an ability to listen, weigh decisions carefully, and the discipline to remain impartial. How you treat someone in a courtroom is just as important as knowing the law. A judge must be able to reflect and understand human frailty, but also accountability.
How do you ensure your decisions remain fair and unbiased?
I approach every case by focusing on the evidence, the facts, and the law. Preparation is essential to my approach and my success. I am always thoroughly prepared. I know my cases inside and out. I do not rely on assumptions. I rely on facts and the evidence, the law, and the truth. As a result, I'm able to make thoughtful, accurate, and honest representations, and my decisions are based and well-grounded in the facts, not in bias.
How do you approach a situation where you've had to reflect on or learn from a difficult decision?
That is a really good question. I have significantly appreciated those situations because although they are painful and disappointing, ultimately I grew and learned to see more sides of every issue. And I believe those situations made me a better attorney and a better person. Given the type of work I do, I have been involved in many difficult and sensitive cases. Fortunately, in those cases, I've had judges with deep legal insight, compassion, and an ability to thoughtfully express their reasoning. I respect that level of intellectual and compassionate decision making, and I reflect on their opinion and their insight, and it's given me greater patience, understanding, and an appreciation of the complexity of people's lives.
What steps would you take to keep cases moving efficiently while still giving each one the attention it deserves?
Efficiency comes from preparation and organization. When a judge is prepared, knows the case, knows the facts, has read the pleadings, knows the applicable law, the judge can manage the case efficiently. The judge must control the courtroom and the litigants and the attorneys. He or she must cut through the weeds quickly, hold the attorneys and the litigants accountable, manage the flow of evidence, and get to the heart of the issue quickly. That level of preparation and command of the courtroom moves a case efficiently, while also giving the parties and the issues the attention they deserve.
How would you make the court system more understandable and accessible for everyday people?
Well, I think for most people, going to court is very stressful. It's frightening and intimidating. No one wants to be there. A judge's temperament and knowledge makes a big difference. The judge works for the people. People should know that. He or she must create an environment where people understand what is happening, what is expected of them. A judge must communicate clearly and explain the process in plain language, and listen closely to the issues and the facts raised by the parties. A judge must ensure that people feel listened to and that each party has had an opportunity to present their case fairly and clearly.
Thank you, Taylor, for coming in and spending a few moments with us today. And we want to give you an opportunity to give our voters a final word. And so do you have something you'd like to say to them?
Thank you very much for having me here. I really appreciate it. This community has given so much support to my children and to me over the years, and I truly have dedicated my career to giving back to the community. I'm running for Superior Court Judge because I believe our community deserves a judge who is fair, prepared, knowledgeable, and committed to treating every person fairly and with respect. My experience comes from actively working in the courtroom, advocating for people from all walks of life, and observing firsthand how the court's decisions impact and affect their lives. As a judge, I will work tirelessly to better serve our community, to improve our current system, and reduce the delays that litigants are facing. These delays are really affecting and draining people financially and emotionally, and I want to do more to help. I would be honored to earn your vote. If you'd like to learn more about me, please visit my website or social media. And thank you again for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us on Just a Minute at Eastern Sierra Now. Our goal is to keep you informed, engaged, and connected to what matters most in our community. If you found this helpful, subscribe on YouTube and follow us across all platforms so you may never miss an update. And remember, local elections matter. Be informed and be sure to vote. We'll see you next time.